Alrighty, Chronos.
Chronos, before the ashes.
So before Remnant.
Before the Ashes is the prequel to the beloved smash hit Remnant from the Ashes, developed by Gunfire.
This is
As a nameless hero, your task is to explore the labyrinth and discover its unknown mysteries. The labyrinth is a dangerous place, with enemies lurking in dark places, waiting for their moment to attack.
Oh, they're gonna be sneaky? It's got a lot of the enemies from Remnant.
Use a combination of strength and magic to work your way through the maze. Carefully match your weapon with your skill points. Some weapons play towards agility, while others are better for brute strength. In Chronos, understanding your enemies and learning their attack patterns is key to moving forward. Like an intricate dance, you need to master the basics if you want to survive. Techniques like attacking, blocking, dodging, and parrying will be vital. Otherwise, even the simplest foes will take you down.
Probably.
But even the best laid plans can go awry.
Jeez.
And success is not always guaranteed.
That looks hard to beat. Oh, dang. It's got 4 limbs.
Death is not the end.
4
Upon
arms.
your hero's reawakening, you'll notice something has changed. Every time you die, your hero grows older.
Uh-oh.
And we all know that aging has its consequences.
Yeah.
Failure will be part of your hero's story, and it's up to you to retrace your steps, face your enemies again, and see where you went wrong. Use what you've learned when you meet your nemesis again, but this time, emerge victorious.
Yes! Wait, so can you die of old age?
Listen well. Tonight I speak to you
What?
the tale of the Scouring. Long past, world was different. Then came the beasts. Directed by the will of one, the dragon.
The dragon? Is that,
Chronos,
Singe?
Before the ashes.
December 1st. Yeah, I'm looking forward to streaming this game. I love Remnant. This is supposed to be the prequel, as they said. What's that? Final boss? Teaser. So, it's very different from the Remnant games in the sense that there doesn't appear to be any guns. They mentioned melee and magic. And I think I read about it before that as you age, your attributes change as well. You become more wise, so you can handle magic better. Maybe not so much melee. I wonder, though, is there a limit to how many times you could die? Like, do you eventually just turn into a vegetable or something? Like you're just old, shriveled up, you can't do anything? Dear Lord, better be careful about how many times you die. But also, I guess that means that your actions persist in a way that you can never go back to being the young guy. So if you don't want to age, you better not die. But I wouldn't be surprised if the game is structured around that to an extent to where like you're probably, unless you play like really, really well, which is unlikely for someone who's very new to the game, you're probably going to die at least a few times. But I imagine there's going to be some like playthroughs, people like, oh, like kid playthrough all the way or something. But, you know, I'm going to do my best to not die in this game, see if I can maintain the kid as long as possible. But whatever ends up happening, I'll adapt to it. So they do have a lot of the enemies from the Remnant game. Like, I see some familiar, like that's not a new enemy. That's from the Yesha area, I believe it was called, the forest area. So there's a lot of familiar enemies. It was made by the same studio, and it's in the same universe, too. And it involves the labyrinth. But there are some new things, like I don't know what this is. And then that 4-limbed... Oh, yeah, this is new. I don't know what this is. The labyrinth is in Remnant, by the way. But it's very different. It's a much smaller place. It's kind of like an in-between area that you use to fast travel to locations. Now it seems like it's a whole dungeon that you have to traverse. or you're expected to die a bunch. This is a new enemy. This was not in Remnant. Considering how slow and clumsy he was, how he is, if he was in Remnant, I'd just keep shooting him in the head. So it seems like the enemies here are probably going to be adapted for the melee combat, because melee in Remnant is not great. Trying to kill things with melee, I mean, you can do it, but it's not ideal. It's not optimal. It's much better to use guns. But considering that melee, and they did mention magic, but they didn't really show it aside from maybe some weapon buffs. Considering this game involves melee so much, I'm sure the enemies are going to be balanced accordingly to where melee actually works decently. I'm sure the game is probably the same engine, so I would imagine the melee mechanics are very similar. But you might be surprised. We'll see. We'll see. Another thing that surprised me is they showed Ward 16. The Wards, that's a Remnant thing, but like, look at it. It's got like that futuristic look, or at least modern day look. But given the gear that you're using, melee magic, it seems like this is more, you know, medieval times or something. So I don't get that. What timeline does this take place in? Why are you using maybe it is modern times, but you're forced to use this kind of equipment? I don't understand. And then there's some lore. They mentioned this dragon. There was one dragon. There was one dragon in Remnant from the Ashes. His name was Singe. It was the tree dragon. He was part of the Root, and the Root was like the corruption that was taking over Earth. And he's one of the major bosses. He can be one of the 2 possible final Earth bosses. Earth is one of the areas in the game. You go to multiple different planets. So I wonder if they're referring to Singe, but I mean, he wasn't really like that special. I mean, yeah, he was not just an ordinary boss, he was the final boss for a region, but still, I mean, you know, it's not like he was the final boss of the game. So I don't know if they mean Singe. Does that quite look like Singe? Let me pull up a picture of Singe. Remnant from the Ashes, Singe. Singe looks like, yeah, he looks like this. Does that look like him? Maybe? I don't know. They might be referencing... Look at the wings, because the wings... Because there's no wing membrane. It's just like the twig stuff. I guess it could be Singe. Maybe that is Singe. Do you think maybe Singe might be the final boss of this game? I don't know. If I'm not mistaken, this game is not new. This game was on VR in the past. What's new is that it's going to be coming to... What is it coming to, actually? Is it coming to just PS4? I think it's coming to PC as well, right? Pretty sure. Not all images appearing here. Let me see. Chronos before the Ashes. Pretty sure it's coming to PC as well. Yes, it's coming to... Yeah. Oh, everything. Switch, PS4, Xbox One, Windows, even Stadia. So yeah, I think it used to be, if I'm not mistaken, it used to be on VR in the past, but now it's coming to console and PC. All right, well, you get the idea. It looks pretty cool. I do hope to stream this day one. I'm looking forward to it. At any rate, that's all to say on that. If you like this video, please leave a like and comment. It does help out a lot. I do upload a new video every single day, so make sure you subscribe to the notification bell so you never miss out. I also stream daily on Twitch starting at 12 p.m. Central and ending at 4 p.m. Central, so make sure you follow me there to catch when I'm live. Links in the description. But that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you had fun, and I'll catch you next time.